So thank you very much for the introduction. I'm excited to be here. I want to talk about what McMakler is doing and using data to fix the real estate market in Germany. So if you look at how fluent companies are with data, you can see that very few are actually really data driven. There's a vast majority in the middle that is using data to some degree. That means collecting and actually analyzing data and drawing conclusions out of data. And there are a few companies that don't really collect data or don't use data at all. And if you look at the real estate business, that actually is one of the most traditional markets. And what we can clearly see is there's a very significant upside on how to collect and how to use data in the real estate market. So mildly put, real estate on the previous slide would be on the very left bottom corner. And we are doing things to change that. So if you look at traditional real estate agents and real estate transactions, you will find that real estate agents source their leads in a very manual way that is not scalable, that is not data-based. They typically don't have any brand equity, at least no brand equity that goes around more than a couple of corners from their office. They have no standardized processes and don't use technology. And if you don't have technology and you don't have standardized processes, it's very difficult to actually meaningfully collect and draw conclusions from data. The guys are usually quite small, and the valuations, which are essential to sellers and buyers of real estate, are based on gut feel. And of course, McMakler was founded to do these things in a better way. So what are we doing? We source leads in a very scalable way. We've built a large brand. We have a playbook to increase our customer satisfaction very significantly. We've done more than 5,000 transactions in 2020, which few real estate agents across Europe have done. And we are extremely automated and data-driven. So for us, it's crucial to understand data, and it should be in real estate. And if you look at just a few headline numbers, how McMakler has been collecting data, which is the absolute first step to be able to draw conclusions from it and provide value from it, you can see, for example, in 2021, actually last 12 months until November, we've done more than 6,000 transactions. We've valued more than 100,000 properties. We've collected a lot of performance data from our agents and matched it with seller data. And of course, we're collecting a lot of buyers' data and know exactly who these people are, what they're interested in, what they're looking for. So this allows us to provide significant value to customers by valuing properties very precisely, allocating, for example, the appropriate customer lead to the appropriate agent, because certain customers have preferences for certain types of agents, and we do that automated. And finally, we have a lot of buyers data, which is a very, very valuable asset to see and match potential buyers with their desired property. This goes for us along the whole funnel. At the corner of it is our Immoforce software, which collects and manages all this data. And centralized teams are working together with local teams in the individual cities. So we have 450 individual agents across Germany, Austria, and France. And these agents are working on that software backbone to provide superior customer service. And of course, our technology and all this use of data across the different steps makes our agents more productive. So they are on average 5 times as productive as the market average. But they also are able to earn significantly more money than they would be in the regular market because of their higher productivity and better matching with sellers and buyers. This increases our customer satisfaction, because in the end, customer satisfaction means that a transaction has been done successfully. And if we do a lot of successful transactions with happy sellers and buyers, then our customers are very happy about it. Our hybrid model also allows us to deliver very, very strong corporate performance. So if you look at the quarterly revenue curve from 2016 until today, you can see that, despite many things that we've done on the way and raised a very big round and so on, even in COVID, since early 2019 and throughout early 2020, sorry, and 2021, we've been growing tremendously from quarter to quarter. And it's even more pronounced if you look what actually happened in the market, because many real estate agents had significant difficulties in 2021 to keep up their inventory. So inventories have been declining, people have been buying the inventory, and the agents cannot make so much business anymore in Germany. And for us, this has been extremely different. So we've been building up inventory over the last quarters like never before, but at the same time, also delivered revenues. Now, what's interesting to see is that the inventory we've collected over the second half of 2021, for example, is going to contribute significantly to our revenues in 2022 because there's a long lead time in real estate transactions in Germany. So for post-COVID, we are in a very, very good very good shape to grow our revenues. So what we've also done is we're supporting public decision-making with data. And how are we doing it? We're giving you one example that matches a little bit with the topic of NOAH here. So when you run a real estate transaction in Germany, the seller has to provide an energy certificate. And as a large real estate agent, we've built a subsidiary that is able to build these energy certificates and certify houses according to their energy consumption. And what you see here is that actually very few properties across Germany have the highest standard that is set forth by the German government according to energy efficiency. And this gives a very good basis for deciding on investment regarding increasing energy efficiency. So there are many methods and government subsidy programs for increasing energy efficiency. And we can exactly pinpoint where these need to be directed and exactly know what the energy loss, actually, the monetary value would be to customers and society as a whole. So for us, what's next? Very simple. We have a huge market, 6 billion euro annual commission volume, and it's growing. So first of all, we are continuing to grow our company this way. And secondly, we're adding additional products. So we have a very successful mortgage business on the back of our main business that is growing tremendously quarter over quarter. We're continuing to invest in that and into adjacent products. And at the same time, we are continuing to build our McCompass, which is a decision-making tool for buyers, sellers, and anybody interested, frankly, to find out real estate price development with a number of properties and property transactions, but also about very accurate valuations that are based on more than 500 data points per property, so that we can deliver very exact values and get out of the guesswork that's been the main focus of real estate over the last 50 years or so, and really enrich it with data to foster data-driven decision making. So with that, thank you very much. And pleasure to be here.